Yeah, baby. Happy Friday to you. It's Tone the Bone here on Tony Kurre Radio. A couple of programming notes, and then we'll talk some crap here this morning here. By the way, congratulations to the UAB Blazers. If you saw my Blazer fight song yesterday, I take full responsibility and full honors of the 59 to nothing shellacking they had last night of Alabama A&M. It was a great game. Great atmosphere down there at Protective Life Stadium for all the people that showed up down there, 35,000 folks. It was great. Sam Rushing, good morning to you. It was fantastic. I will say this. If I had the over 60 and a half last night, the over-under was 60 and a half for you entertainment people out there, for you betting people. We have a show called Want to Bet with Kip Kiefer that's going to be up a little bit later on this afternoon, by the way. He's got great picks. He's got a pick on the Alabama-Utah State game going on tomorrow at Bryant-Denny. But if I had the over 60 and a half last night, I think I would have hung up gambling forever. I would have been done. It's sitting there 59 to nothing with about 17 minutes left in the game. And I've seen this happen before because you got one team that's way up on another team. They're trying to keep the shutout, and then they start running the football, and that final quarter goes by really quick. UAB had the football, I think it was like on the, was it the 9-yard line or something of A&M? With like 7 minutes left, 6 minutes left. They went for it on a 4th and 4. They get the first down, and then they kneeled on the football with 5 minutes left. I know Bryant Vincent was trying to do the right thing, and so I appreciate that. But if I had the over 60, I think I would have lost my brain. That's one of those games, if you're a gambler, where you're like, okay, because I know somebody out there had it, and you're thinking, oh, I'm good. You know, I get 17 minutes left. All they got to do is get a field goal. I'm good. So it was crazy. Thank goodness I had the under. Got some great stuff going on tonight. I went through this whole COVID thing like the rest of us. I went through a divorce. I went through all this crap over the last 3 or 4 years, and I just haven't gotten a chance to get out. I've had blinders on. I've been super cognizant of my business plan and my blueprint here. So I've been working really hard on TKR and Tony Career Radio, and it's going fantastic. So all the hard work, the fruits of my labors are paying off, and of course I couldn't do it without you. Brandon Austin Morris, good morning to you, man. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. So I have not got out. So I go to the UAB game last night. I'm going to the Doobies concert later on tonight, and I'll talk about that in a second. Then, of course, I'm going to go to the Alabama-Utah State game tomorrow night. But it was fantastic, and I'm looking forward to night 2 later on tonight. And I just want to say this, too. I'm 56 years old. I got a late start. I didn't get married till I was 36. I got a 10-year-old daughter who's a 56-year-old. But, man, having a 17-year-old son to go to college football games with is just flipping killer. I mean, it's awesome. If you're a dad out there and you get a chance to go see football games with your teenage kids and they appreciate college football as much as you do, it just makes, I could go see a 59 to nothing. UAB could have gotten beaten 59 to nothing. I would have had a great time last night. So kudos to my boy Santo. Good morning to you, son. I had a great time with you last night. Let's do it again on Saturday. So the Doobie Brothers are playing later on tonight. This is really interesting because I've seen, I venture to guess I've seen more in concerts than probably anybody watching right now. And I may have seen more concerts than almost anyone in this country. I'm super blessed that a lot of the bands that I've seen, I've got a chance to bring on stage. The Doobie Brothers are one of those bands. I think I've brought them on stage like 7 times. But I've never brought the Doobies on or seen the Doobies play with Michael McDonald. So when I saw they were getting together for this 50th anniversary thing, it was supposed to start, I think, like in 2018, 2019, something like that. Then the COVID thing happened. And then, of course, they came back. First couple of nights, we even talked about it here on Tony Career Radio. One of the shows, Michael McDonald caught COVID. And so they did the show without him. And I'm like, listen, I love the Doobie Brothers. I've seen them a million times. But having Michael McDonald there just takes it to another level because, I mean, he sang some of their biggest songs, their Grammy Award winners, What a Fool Believes, Minute by Minute. I mean, he's done it all, right? And so I'm thinking to myself, that would suck to show up to see the Doobie Brothers and then Michael McDonald doesn't show up on stage. Tonight, hopefully, we'll have better luck. But I'm super stoked about it. And at the age of 56, and of course, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary, I think this will be the last time that we ever get an opportunity to see Michael McDonald play here, or maybe even the Doobies in Birmingham. So I'm so happy they put us on the list. Oak Mountain Amphitheater later on tonight. I'll be in the crowd. Hopefully get a chance to go out there. I think it's almost sold out. Should be great. But I went, back in the day, you used to have to call people in different cities to let them know what music they played. Some people don't like to know what the set list is. because they want to be surprised by the music they hear. You usually have, back in the day, bands would come out with new albums. They play a couple of their old classics, and they play a couple new songs, and they play an old classic, and they play like a deep cut, and they play another new song. Every time they played a new song, you were either grabbing a beer or taking a whiz, because no one cares about the new music. The Doobie Brothers, of course, had an album out a couple of years ago, but not stuff you hear on the radio or even on TKR for that matter. So tonight's set list is killer. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you go on the Doobies tonight, you don't want to know what they're going to play. Don't listen to this. They're going to open up with Take Me in Your Arms. This is their last set list from a couple nights ago. Here to Love You, Rockin' on the Highway, You Belong to Me, South City Midnight Lady, Clear as the Driven Snow. Great song from the Captain and Me. I love that song. It Keeps You Running, Eyes of Silver, Real Love, World Gone Crazy, which is the title track from an album they did back in 2010, Minute by Minute, Without You, which, oh man, fantastic song. Jesus Is Just All Right, What a Fool Believes, Long Train Running, China Grove. Then their encore is Blackwater, Take It to the Streets, and Listen to the Music. I can't wait, man. I'm serious. I've seen this band a million. I've probably seen the Doobie Brothers. They used to have that Doobie Brothers 38 Special Molly Hatchet thing. They used to all play together all the time. I've seen them so many times, but again, seeing them with Michael McDonald tonight, man, I am so super stoked. I can't wait. I hope to see you there later on tonight. It's going to be a fantastic show. And, of course, then we got the Big Bama game. So some of our shows going on here, and I mention this every single week, and I'm going to keep doing it until you listen because they're fantastic. Jackie Alshara. Good morning to you, Jackie. Mission Minded with Michael Coleman from the Montgomery Food Bank. We talk business and quiet quitting this week. That show airs every Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock. Adapter Parish with Dr. Alex Hublin and Dr. Josh Claypo. My radio partner, noon every day. The Damon Johnson Show at 3. When in Rome with Stuart Rome. He's doing his favorite tailgate songs for the college football season. That's going to air every single day next week at 5 o'clock. Need to Know with Kip Kiefer, our fastest growing podcast, because it's 30 minutes of this Kip. He talks politics. He talks about whatever the hell he wants to talk about, and that's what makes the show so good. We also have Wanna Bet, a brand new show that airs at 9, 11, 1, and 3 tomorrow here on TKR. Kip, by the way, hit 67% of his picks last year. They were 3-1 the first weekend, week 0. He's got 3 more plays going on tomorrow. Case, of course, his son, who works out in Las Vegas, the news rag out there. They do a show live from Las Vegas. That show is going to be airing again at 9, 11, 1, and 3 tomorrow. If you want some plays, want some picks, they're killer. Check it out tomorrow here on TKR and also on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to that show. Then, of course, Dark Side of the Pooch with my good friend Dr. Rab Stewart, Rossbridge Animal Hospital, Austin Hanks Blues Almighty, and Livewire Wednesday, brought to you by Southern Precision Staffing. That show airs every Wednesday night. We did all AC/DC music. All AC/DC music. That was great tailgate tunes. You could take that entire show and just take it to the RV or take it to your tailgate on Saturday down there at Auburn or Alabama or wherever you're at and just play a full hour of AC/DC. It's the best tailgate music you'll ever have. Livewire Wednesday, 8 o'clock every Wednesday night. It's fantastic, so check that out. Also, I want to mention a couple other things here real quick. Back in 1995 on the state too, and I was there for it. Margaret Bailey, good morning to you, Margaret. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame opened up on the state in 1995. Much like seeing Michael McDonald, it's kind of a bucket list thing. There's some things, I got a list of things. I'm like, I've got to do this. Not before I die. I got to do it before they die. I'm going to be around another 40 years, all right? I'm good. I'm going to make it to 100. But I got to go see these bands and go see these concerts. The Bruce Springsteen thing's certainly on there. I've seen it, but I want to see him again. But the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, if you're a rock and roller like me, or even if you're not a rock and roller like me and you just appreciate great classic rock and roll, go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It opened on this date back in 1995. I was there for the opening ceremony. Of course, I did my show up there on Valentine's Day. For about 6 or 7 years, we used to get a couple married up there. Man, if you like music, period, go check out the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. A lot of people think it's like a hard rock where it's just a bunch of autograph stuff. It's not. It's behind-the-scenes stuff. The documentaries are unbelievable. You could spend, there's 5 floors. The top floor, of course, is a special floor where they have a John Lennon exhibit there. They have stuff you will not see anywhere else. The stuff that should be in the Smithsonian. So check it out. I'm not getting paid by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I love what they do up there. I love the fact they keep some bands out just to keep the talk going. But it opened on this day back in 1995. We're open on this show. We're closing it up as well. We're going to get after it all weekend long. Happy college football, happy times. Everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's getting out of bed a few minutes early. We're not hitting our snooze. We're tapping around here all getting happy because of college football's back, and I love it. It's a great thing about living in the great state of Alabama. It's just the fantastic football, the talent, the skill. It's great. It's happy. I'm so good and happy for the UAB Blazers getting it done last night, 59-0. What a great win for them. And hopefully Alabama will have no problem with Utah State, who got by UConn in the first game of the year. And, of course, the Auburn Tigers taking on Mercer and whoever you're rooting for. Oh, by the way, too, I want to mention one of the best things of the night last night, that Alabama A&M band is killer. You guys, man, when everybody in the band, I don't know how many people are in that band, like 150. Everybody in the band does the splits. That's cool. Because I know some people had a really hard time doing the splits. At one point last night, the entire band did the splits. It hurt my growing just watching it. It was awesome. So kudos to Alabama A&M, and they were loud, man. They were louder than the scoreboard speakers. It was killer. All right, have yourself a great day. Happy Friday to you. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, Labor Day weekend. I'll be back on Monday morning. If you want to get your butt out of bed a little early on Monday and check me out here around 7:15, 7:30 here on Facebook Live and on Tony Curry Live, but do it. Check out the TKR app. Do me a favor this weekend. You want some great music for your tailgating, download the TKR app. It's TKR on Android or Apple. Tony Curry Radio. I promise you it's going to add to any type of tailgating party you're having this weekend. It's fantastic. Classic rock is great. We'll have special shows throughout the weekend as well, and our Warner Bet show tomorrow at 9, 11, 1, and 3. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. I love you. God bless.